In this video, we'll talk more about the Pomodoro Technique, the alleged science behind the popular time management method, what the breaks in a working schedule actually do for you, and what the general objective of the individual implementing the process should be. Let's get started. So the 5-minute breaks do a few things. First, it allows us to step back and see the project from an outside-encompassing view. If a task is going unneedingly down the wrong path, we can readjust our efforts to quickly get back on track. The short breaks help us step back and replan our strategy for the next Pomodoro. It also allows our brain to relax and flow freeingly. This refreshes the mind and gets it ready for another period of intense focus and concentration. Some science also points to the break assimilating the mind. This is when your mind works in the background unconsciously to figure out and cement what you just learned. The breaks prevent burnout, which is an all too often result of overworkers. Just a small break in between working blocks can act as a mindful prevention against burnout. Don't be tempted to skip breaks. It is an important investment into your mental energy, as we need this rest to replenish energy stores in the brain. Breaking up a project into 25-minute chunks provide productivity benefits to the worker. It can give you a strict deadline in which you'll have to move on to the next part of the project regardless of how well you did during the previous Pomodoro. This combats the perfectionism attitude that many of us prideful workers have with their projects. It forces you to buckle down and make the most of your 25-minute opportunities. Knowing that this is all the time you will get for a particular task makes you give 100% effort to your work with no room for distraction. Francesco, the creator of the technique, argues that tracking work by days or weeks it takes for a task to get accomplished doesn't do it justice because we can never know how productive these weeks actually are. Some days you work for 8 hours, others 5. Some days are filled with distractions, some are not. Some months have less work weeks than others, like months with holidays or vacations. There is just a lot of complexity here that is removed when we use small time blocks to calculate work, such as Pomodoros, and avoid calculating work blocks by the days of the week. Saying a task took 10 Pomodoros to complete is a lot easier and more effective than saying a task took 2 days. When you start thinking and working in time blocks, you start perceiving time differently. You lose track of it less often, and you can start to instinctually feel when a certain amount of time has passed. Avid users of the Pomodoro technique frequently state that they can almost feel when 25 minutes has passed, and often look at the timer just when it's about to ring. It simply gives you back control of your time. The aim of all this is to unbiasedly self-observe exactly how you work. Simply work, track, observe, and improve the process if it's not meeting your desired standards. It isn't a competition to see who's faster. It's to genuinely see how long your work takes and to try and improve that efficiency. This makes the Pomodoro technique a perfect tool for honest self-reflection. Work smarter, not harder. Get things done faster and get back more quality time for yourself.